Skinny Hardaway 7T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. We gonna make this quick. I ain't gonna be here too long today, so we about to go and get into it. About to get this camera up today. We here with the fight breakdown predictions for both Lamont and Anthony Peterson. Both Lamont and Anthony Peterson have a fight this upcoming weekend on the Tank Davis card. Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. This fight week, I'm about to break down, all the fights, this week, starting off with this one. We got Lamont and Anthony Peterson. Anthony Peterson, 39-1-1, facing off against Rural Chirino. And we got Lamont Peterson. We got Lamont Peterson, 35-5-1, facing off against Michael Ogunda. Lamont Peterson, who was retired, right? Lamont Peterson, who was retired, right? That's making his comeback fight. He's facing off against a guy who is 16-16. And then you got Anthony Peterson, right? Who had a fight not too long ago, right? If I'm not mistaken, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, right? So he's more of the, fresher fighter. He had a fight in May. So he had a fight in May. Now he's about to fight in January. All right, so we go get into this breakdown. We're going to start with Anthony Peterson. I'm going to get the screen up. I want to make this short, try to have this under 8 minutes. Anthony Peterson is facing off against Anthony Peterson, 39. Right, Anthony Peterson, 39-1-1, 25 KOs. He's facing off against Rural Chirino. Rural Chirino is 21-16, 13 KOs. Been stopped 12 times. He's from Miami, Florida. Not a world beater, right? That's a guy for Anthony Peterson, to kind of shake the rust off with. But don't let this guy's record fool you. This guy, he's a guy who comes in and he fights. He been knocked out 12 times because that's the way that he fight. He either wants to knock you out, right? Or he's going to get knocked out. He's facing off against Anthony Peterson. Anthony Peterson is one of those slick, boxer kind of type, more so pure boxer. He sticks behind his basics. He has a very, very good jab. He doesn't have a wide array of punches, right? But the punches he do have is straight. His jab. He attacks the body well, right? The punches that he does use, he uses them well. He's going up against a guy who likes to brawl, so this is going to be a brawler versus a boxer kind of matchup when Anthony Peterson face off against Raj Chirino. I think Raj Chirino is going to come out hot. I think he's going to come out early. He's going to be throwing them bombs. He's going to try to rough up Anthony Peterson. He's going to try to make it a rough fight for Anthony Peterson. I believe Anthony Peterson is going to be able to control the fight. He's going to be able to control the ring. He's going to be able to control Chirino with his jab. And I think that's going to see him victorious in this fight. It's a 6-round fight, right? I'm not necessarily expecting a knockout from Anthony Peterson with such a short round fight. Anthony Peterson is very well capable of knocking this guy out, but I think Anthony Peterson, he's going to go out here and he's just going to simply beat this guy up for about 6 rounds. He go control him with his jab. He go style on him, and he go make it a nice highlight fight for us to watch. I'm not gonna call the knockout right. I'm gonna call Anthony Peterson unanimous decision on points. The guy he facing off has been knocked out 12 times, but Anthony Peterson isn't a guy who is overly in power punches. So I expect Anthony Peterson to win this fight fairly easy, and I expect him to win this fight fairly easy on points by unanimous decision. So I got Anthony Peterson winning his fight by unanimous decision, right? So now we're going to go to Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson, who had retired originally, right? And I think he's solely coming back, right? Just because Tank Davis asked him to. I think he's solely coming back just because, what's good, Kurt? What's good, Ray? I think he's coming back solely because, it's a DC card, right? And it's only right that the DC card be filled with, DC, DMV area fighters, right? So let's get Lamont pulled up. We got Lamont Peterson making his return there as well. 35 wins, 5 losses 1 draw, 17 KOs, been stopped 3 times himself. Anthony Peterson is taking on Michael Ogunda. Michael Ogunda is 16-16. This is just a guy for Anthony Peterson to get in the ring with, shake the rust off. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure how serious Lamont Peterson, right? My bad. I'm not really what's good, Trip. Appreciate you sliding through. I'm not really sure how serious Lamont is about making a comeback to boxing to stay, or if this is just return hometown fight, for him to get that retirement fight in front of his people, right? But this guy Ogunda is just a guy for him to come in here, shake off the cobwebs, right? Off after being out of the ring for about 5 years. As you can see, Lamont Peterson last fight was against Sergey Lipinets, which was 2019. It is now 2023. So that means that his last fight was about 4 years ago. So I understand Lamont getting in the ring, shaking the rust off with a guy like Ogunda. Now, I don't expect Ogunda to beat Lamont at all, but I do expect, Lamont to show a little ring rust. I do. What's good, Trill? I do expect Lamont to show a little ring rust, right? Because he's been out the ring 4 years. But I'm expecting him to eventually, get it together. This is gonna be a 6-round fighter as well. Lamont Peterson very well is capable of stopping the Gundo, and that's exactly what I'm gonna go with, right? I'm gonna go with Lamont Peterson stopping this guy in his ring return. Lamont Peterson returns. I'm expecting him, maybe to have to knock off the cobwebs for about 3 or 4 rounds, right? But then him realizing that, this guy doesn't belong in the ring with me. And I think eventually Anthony Peterson is going to get his opponent up out of there. So I got Anthony Peterson with the knockout victory over Ogunda in his upcoming fight, you know what I mean, on the 7th. Later on, I'm going to come back up to this thing and I'm going to hit y'all with the Speedy Rashidi Elliott versus Roman Villa. That breakdown going to be a little more fun, going to be a little more competitive fight. You know what I mean? But the fights are this weekend. I'm excited about them. Lamont and Anthony Peterson both coming back to action. That whole card gonna be lit, man. I'm gonna be doing fight breakdown predictions all day. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for them. Y'all click them things when y'all see them. Skin the Hardaway, Sutton T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rock it. And I'm out. Look.